Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of Business Insider. I'm your host for tonight, Mohammed Abdel, and tonight we'll be talking about innovation and the knowledge-based economy here in Egypt in the midst of the Egypt Vision 2030. And we have the pleasure of having with us here in the studio Dr. Ehab Raouf, and he is the director of the Technology-Based Incubators Office at Helwan University. A very good evening to you, Dr. Abdel Raouf. Many thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for kind invitation, and hope to have a nice episode.
Thank you very much, sir, for being with us, and allow us, Dr. Abdel Raouf, and allow us, dear viewers, as we always do in the program, first to look at the report prepared by our team for this episode, the role of innovation and the importance of innovation and a knowledge-based economy in Egypt. When we come back, we will start our discussion with our dear guest here with us here in the studio, but first let's watch the report.
In partnership with the Islamic World Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research of the Arab Republic of Egypt launched the second edition of the Be Ready initiative under the theme 1 Million Qualified Innovators. It is aimed to equip 1 million young men and women with future skills and connect them to the labor market. The launch took place during a grand ceremony held in Cairo in April 2025 with high-level attendance from several ministers, senior officials, representatives of the international organizations and youth. The ICESCO and the Egyptian Ministry of Higher Education will implement this initiative in partnership with several international actors, foremost among them the Knowledge Project of the United Nations Development Programme, the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Knowledge Foundation, the International Labour Organization, the Global Innovation Institute, and the Education Development Fund affiliated with the Egyptian Prime Minister's Office. In a recorded address, Director General of the ICESCO, Dr. Salim Mohammed Al-Malik, stated that this initiative would provide youth with the arsenal of the future, the keys to leadership and the tools of the digital economy, serving them as a bridge toward a new world that recognizes only the creative. The ICESCO DG also praised the fruitful partnership that led to the launch of this pioneering initiative, noting that it serves as a shining example of the integration of international and national efforts. He reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting the initiative and dedicating all its expertise and capabilities to achieving this goal. During his intervention at the ceremony, Dr. Ayman Ashur, the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research and President of the Egyptian National Commission for Education, Science and Culture, reviewed the main objectives and the implementation stages of the initiative. He explained that it aligns with the goals of the Presidential Initiative, Alliance and Development, and will include the launch of an integrated digital platform offering diverse pathways for professional and innovative qualification, as well as providing training and employment opportunities for youth.
All right, welcome back, dear viewers. Many thanks to Abir Hussein and Rasha Abdel Hamid for this report. And we're back here with Dr. Ehab Abdel Raouf, the director of the Technology-Based Incubators Office at Helwan University. Dr. Abdel Raouf, the report talked about the very important presidential initiative, the Be Ready initiative under the sponsorship of the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research. Please tell us more about this initiative.
Okay, actually the initiative, the presidential initiative Be Ready came in the context of the Egypt Vision 2030 to support innovation and entrepreneurship. There is a big objective to qualify 1 million innovators. This is a big number, but it is achievable because it is the second stage of the initiative. In the first stage, I think they outreach to about 400,000 students across the Egyptian universities. The role of the Egyptian universities is very big and essential for the success to succeed, for this initiative to be succeeded across a supporting structure located at the Egyptian universities like career development centers, technology-based incubators, entrepreneurship clubs, all the supporting structures that conduct training for career development and entrepreneurship skills.
All right, and so as we talk about innovation and knowledge-based economy, let's first talk about the two terms. The terms are very important. So in your simplest definition, what's the best description of innovation and of a knowledge-based economy?
Okay, regarding the knowledge-based economy, it is economy that relies on innovation, research, and skilled human capital rather than the natural resources. Instead of relying on just farming, classical farming, gas and oil, minerals, the natural resources, we have to add value through research and innovation to capitalize our resources. So in knowledge-based economy, we aim to transfer the research output into products and services that serve the community. Right. So we are relying on the knowledge and innovation, training, skilled human capital.
Right. I mean, innovation is a clear word. I mean,
yes,
we all know what innovation is.
Yes.
But to you as a scientist, I mean, what's the borderline between this is innovative, this is not innovative?
Okay, great. Actually, to be innovative is to add value for something exists or to invent something new. So the added value here to differentiate yourself from your competitor. If you are an entrepreneur and establish a startup and start to develop a certain product, you should to have an added value, what's called competitive advantage. If you reach it to this point of competitiveness and development, something new, you will be an innovator.
All right. Okay. So let's stay with the added value also, because this is also a term that's out there all the time. We understand, most of us, the general meaning of added value. But again, for you as a scientist, what's an added value and what's not?
Okay, great. The added value could be in the design of the product, could be in the marketing process or the marketing strategy. It could be in developing new formulation. It could be a uniqueness in some features. It could be in different ways that to be added for any product or service to be differentiated from the normal or classical business.
Right. We understand that there is something with an economic added value.
Yes.
There's also something called a social added value and other added values.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about that?
Here we are reminded by the impact. For every business, it should reflect on the economy and on the society. Who are the society? It's people, young people, women, men, students. So the economy should be reflected not only on the indicators, economic, but the people. This is the social dimension of any economic growth.
And if we talk about the role of innovation in economic growth at large, I mean, how would innovation positively impact economic growth and increase the numbers?
Okay, innovation is the main engine for job creation. Look, at Hello University Incubator, we are incubated startups. In each startup, there is a team from 2 to 5 persons. So when we incubate the startup, we encourage the job creation for 2 or 5 persons. Could be each one has a family. So the innovation is an engine for job creation, global competitiveness, and also the sustainable development. So this is the role of the innovation in economic growth.
Can you give examples of sustainable development related to incubators?
Yes, of course. Now there are 17 SDG goals that launched by the United Nations at 2015. One of them is zero hunger. So there is an objective called zero hunger. So in incubators, we are supporting all technologies in agri-tech, okay? In agriculture technology, how the farmer can use modern technology to increase the productivity of their lands, of their animals. So if we support by innovation, by research-based strategies, we can improve the agri-business that lead to more crops and zero hunger. This is a sustainable development. Also, there is a new term called the circular economy. We in the past we are just produce, use, and just production and consumption, and consumption, and we have a lot of waste. The circular economy wants to reuse or refine or recycle. There is three terms to use our resources efficiently, our natural resources efficiently. So all this require research and innovation to capitalize our natural resources to be integrated in the circular economy to have a sustainable development in Egypt.
You gave us a very nice example of how the work of innovation and incubators can help in achieving SDG goals when you talked about the agri-tech business and achieving the goal of zero hunger.
Yes.
Now goal number 2 is good health and well-being.
Yeah, number 3, yes,
how is that related?
It is number 3, yes, okay. Good health and well-being, it is an umbrella for a lot of technologies in health tech. So a lot of incubators and startups are working in health tech. In our incubator, there is a company, startup, developing an insulin pump. And instead of injecting the insulin direct to the human, there is an insulin pump that adjusted to certain dose by a mobile application, and it could be mounted to the arm of the patient and inject automatically or remotely controlled every 13 time. So by developing innovations in health tech, we can achieve the Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being.
Very good example. What about quality education?
Okay.
Another key
SDG. Of course, yes. Actually, at Hamad University also we have an Edu Talent. It is the latest incubator, technology-based incubator, specialized in conducting educational services. So to incubators, now have educational platforms. And a lot of mobile application that focus on education technology. So also incubators that incubate startups working in education technology could support achieving SDG goals of quality education.
Okay, and at Helwani University, what do you do, for instance, for the goal of decent work and economic?
Thank you for this point, because actually incubator is a co-working space. So entrepreneurs and the startups that we are hosting at Hamad University, we offer them a free, fully equipped co-working space with a computer, with internet access, air conditioning, secretary. All services are free for the incubated startup. So they have a decent workplace to work in. And we are, of course, we are incubating the startups for certain period of time from 6 to 9 months, could be 1 year, but it is the start. It's just the first step in the journey of entrepreneurship for a startup. So we are offering the decent workplace for startups, of course.
I will continue with the SDG goals, if you allow me, and how they are related to
I'm enjoying the
discussion. Thank you. Me too, of course, and I hope our dear viewers are as well. Now, I should have asked you this maybe before. Incubators. Again, this is a relatively new term. Relatively.
Yes, okay.
So not all of us also know exactly what incubators really mean.
Okay, actually it is came from the baby incubator when the delivery of a newborn child baby. If the baby is with incomplete growth, the doctor put it in an incubator, which is a physical place that supports specific conditions with temperature, with certain food, special care for a certain period of time, then the baby move out from the incubator to the real world. It is the same for the incubator. The incubator is a physical place at the university or research center that incubate, that support the incomplete ideas till be a mature
Ready,
idea,
yeah,
till be ready to move to the real market. So we are provided them with technical support, financial support, legal support, all means that guarantee the success and decrease the percent of failure for startups.
So you get the required thing ready to the real world. Now I start to understand why the Be Ready.
Be Ready, yes.
I mean, why it was chosen as the...
You know, Be Ready is the slogan.
The slogan, yeah.
The slogan for... yes. Be Ready is the same slogan for the Rangers. Scouting societies, scouting youth, just to be ready. Be ready for what? Be ready for the future. Be ready for the job. Be ready to marry. Be ready in your life. And it was very lucky.
Ready, steady, go.
Ready, yes, it's ready, steady, go. Yes.
Dr. Abdel Raouf, it's hard for me, at least, I'm not a scientist, so to imagine how can you serve SDG goals like gender equality, for instance, in incubators' work. Tell us how you do that.
Okay. We received a lot of applications because we are working in cohort-based. We are announcing the call, so the applicant of entrepreneur and innovator submitting their ideas and proposals to the incubators. One of the assessment criteria in our interview, how many males and females within the team, and more or less we are trying to have a balance between the number of male and female within the same team. Yes.
What about clean water and sanitation? Are you doing anything at Halwan University or at other universities in Egypt for this purpose?
There is an intense research in water research at Halwan University, of course, and in other universities for water management and for water saving strategies. We are supporting also the research in nanotechnology, in thin film, all filters, all water management research are supported by different funding mechanisms to save water. You know, we have the issue of Hyde, Ethiopian Nama, or other things. So in incubators, we are supporting startups that working in water treatment, water management.
I guess this is a very important goal to serve.
Yes.
And for the incubators to and the researchers to work around.
Of course, and also to have a cleaning of plastic. I can hear
climate change.
I remembered one of the very fantastic initiatives. It's called Very Nile. Youth, Egyptian youth.
Very Nile?
Yes, it's Very Nile.
Okay.
Very Nile was an initiative. I met the founders, Very Nile, they're very nice guys. And
very interesting name, by the way.
Yes, they started to collect plastics from the island, one of the island in the River Nile, and they contracted the fishermen to fish out the plastic. You know, not fish the fish, fish out the plastic. And they start by this fished out plastic to make a recycling at the island and make a training for ladies and community in the island in the plastic recycling. So they achieved the environmental goal and also the social impact. So this initiative to clean the River Nile and reuse the plastic was very innovative.
Indeed, indeed. What about affordable and clean energy? Any researches or work for incubators in this field?
Starting from solar panel and renewable energy to hydrogen, green hydrogen. The new sources of energy is fully supported by incubators. One of the startups incubated at BiCluster Incubator at Helwan University, affiliated to Academy of Scientific Research and Technology, called the Green Bike. They start to make what's called electrolysis for the water to make this H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. So by these electrophoresis or electrophoretic cell, they split the water into hydrogen and oxygen, then pump the hydrogen into the engine to be used instead of the normal gasoline. Okay, so make saving for the fuel by 15% and have a less consumption of or less production for carbon dioxide and pollutant gases.
Less emissions, yes.
Yes.
So the industry innovation, I'm sure this is very important. Industry and infrastructure, serving the industry and infrastructure.
Yes. This is a very important and a little bit complicated because we want to build the bridges between the industry and the university. We are thinking about a program called Technology Commercialization via Incubation, where we, as an incubator, support the innovation inside the factories. Okay, but at first we have to know what is the difficulties, what is the problem, what is the challenge that faces the industry. Then we can work on it to solve. This require a networking, require cross talks with the industry to know more about the challenges that face the industries. So we can work together to solve these challenges.
Infrastructure? What about infrastructure?
Okay.
It's hard to imagine as well. I mean, how can incubators serve infrastructure projects?
Okay. Regarding infrastructures, actually, incubator, these are large projects. We are just supporting the small business infrastructure like bridges and bigger than the capacity for the incubator. We are supporting. We are limited by the fund given from the funding agency. Also by the capital, we are supporting small business from 2 to 5 persons for about $7,000 to $10,000, something like 300,000 Egyptian pounds. So we are in this track, small and small business. Yes.
Very good. So we've discussed. I mean, we just discussed how incubator can serve some of the sustainable development goals.
Yes.
Now let's talk about Egypt's commitment itself.
Yes.
The Vision 2030 and how it believes in a knowledge-based economy and the initiatives in this regard, other than the Be Ready presidential initiatives, the work in this field.
Okay. As we are affiliated for Egyptian universities under the umbrella of Egypt Vision 2030, there is a national strategy for higher education institutions launched at 2 years ago. There is relying on 7 pillars. One of these pillars is innovation and entrepreneurship. So it is main pillar in the strategy of the higher education institution to support innovation and entrepreneurship. I will just mention some examples. The first was at Academy of Scientific Research and Technology, the National Program for Technology-Based Incubator Intlaq. It's established about plus 40 incubators across Egyptian universities and research centers. Also, now there is a special fund related to or belongs to the higher education, the Ministry of Higher Education, called ISF, or Innovation Support Fund. It supports innovators in different stages, in different programs. So this is one of the funding mechanism. Also, inside each university there is a fund for the research. Inside each research center there is a supporting mechanism for researchers to transfer or transform their idea into product and services via scientific research.
Well, you know, Dr. Abdel Raouf, I think we all should be innovators in our jobs, all of us.
Yes.
But the way, I mean, listening to you, you gave me the impression that in the future we will have a job title called innovator. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we will be hearing about. So this is an engineer, this is a doctor, this is a lawyer, and this is an innovator.
Okay.
I don't know. I got this feeling now.
Yes, you have your feeling is right, because there is a term called entrepreneur. We have entrepreneur, the young or whatever was the age, that working on transforming idea into prototypes, into final product and service. Entrepreneur, and to start his own business. So entrepreneur working to start his own business. By entrepreneur, his person,
His or her, of course. We want gender equality here, please. His or her. Yeah.
His or her, okay.
Yeah.
An entrepreneur, he or she is one working in a big corporate, like Egyptian team, okay? But he is innovator, and in what terms? He is problem-solving person. He looking for the development. He or she, okay, working in the development of new things that serve his place, his factory, his organization. Not only to have a startup, to be an innovator. You are right. You can be an innovator in your place, in your job as an engineer, as doctor, as teacher. So you are right. Okay.
Thank you. Dr. Abdel Raouf, the role of supporting structures like university incubators, innovation hubs, tell us about that.
The supporting structures working to interact with the entrepreneurs and to serve them, to provide them with the legal support, how to protect your idea, to how to make an intellectual property protection, how to register your tax card and to have a legal document for your startup. This is part of the legal support. The second is the technical support. If you wanted to develop an idea, you have to go to a lab, specialized lab or workshop. So a supervisor should help you to develop.
This is the innovation hub?
This is the innovation hub. And in innovation hubs, they have a network with different research labs. And also in innovation hubs or incubators, there is what's called fabrication lab. This fabrication lab or fab lab supporting the entrepreneurs by developing the prototypes. They have what's called 3D printer, 3D printing machine, laser cutting machine, some tools that help the innovator to build their prototype. So the third part is, the second part is technical support. The third is the financial support if it is available. Not all incubators provide financial support, but it will be very beneficial for the startups, of course, to have a financial support. In our case, we got our fund from Academy of Scientific Research and Technology, so it is equity free. We give it as a grant, okay, for the startup to support them. So we have a legal support, technical support, financial support, and what is very important is the networking with the Egyptian ecosystem. A startup should meet his or her peers in the market, to know the investors, to meet, you know, for each career there is a small network of the key players. So one of the rules of the incubator is to allow the incubated startups to have access to a strong network to support their services.
And where, Dr. Abdel Raouf, do you find as scientists and as young entrepreneurs, the ones you coach, and the bigger obstacle, the biggest obstacle, is it when it comes to the legal or the technical or the financial support, or elsewhere?
Okay, actually it could be in the technical part, if the idea is not mature, not studied enough. But actually the problem could be out of these points in the market research itself, because there is every startup should make intense market research to study the market and study where is the gap that they can fill in this gap by their product or service. Also in building the team, this is a very different issue, but is very crucial for the success or failure of the startups, to have a coherent team If 4 students or 4 postgraduate students or 4 researchers are with the same background, it is very risky. We recommend, all the guidelines recommend to have some people working in the technical side and other people working in the business side. So there is what's called the chief technical officer, or technical officer, financial officer, marketing officer. So the team and the competitiveness of the team is very crucial for the success of startups.
Do you have a percentage on how many of the attempts to create a successful model via an incubator end up doing something that is really ready for the real world? Do you have a percentage?
Yes,
for
actually there is global estimate for numbers. The success rate for startups is 10%.
10%?
Yes, 10% of success, because so it's called the people who are supporting, the investors who are supporting startups, called angel investors or venture capital. So it is a venture. It is risky. There is a percent of risk, high risk. So the role of incubator is to decrease this risk and to improve the success rate from 10 to 20 to 30, something like that.
Okay. The importance of government support, how important is it, and how do you see government support at the moment?
Okay, now we are in 2025. Actually we have a lot of funding mechanism and the governmental support, but we need more actually, especially in terms of policy. Now there is a special council for entrepreneurship directly reported to the Prime Minister. This is a very new structure and a strong support to entrepreneurship ecosystem in Egypt. The different initiatives from academic scientific research and other supporting bodies, it is very important also, and like Be Ready and like Intellect program, other funding mechanism. So all this support is very important, and in terms of policy, in terms of fund, in terms of human capacity building. The Ministry of Planning launched a program to support incubator managers to be a certified incubator manager. You know, a lot of we are a scientist, okay, but to work in entrepreneurship, I got specialized training to be a certified incubator manager. So capacity building is very important. Supporting fund also important. Right policy to support young also is very important.
When you talked about the policies more than once, so I guess you also want to mention policies on intellectual property, for instance, and so on. This is something that's crucial.
Yes, because we didn't work a lot on intellectual property rights. We just work, okay, and they wanted to, because it takes.
So this is an area where we have to improve.
We have to improve, yes, especially in terms of awareness for students and for staff.
What tax incentives are they the entrepreneurs, are they getting tax incentives?
Yes, I think there is some news that startups are. I don't want to announce numbers or figures, but there will be a special treatment for startups in terms of taxes, I think.
And just like government support is very important, Dr. Abdel Raouf, I guess also the public-private partnership is also very important.
Yes, of course.
What can you tell us about that?
Now there is what's called the triple helix. It is public, like university or government, and industry. So public-private is very important because we are working in the public universities and the research center, and the private are the beneficiaries. We are hosting the startups who are actually a private business. So inside the governmental body there is we are generating a private
public-private partnership.
Yes, so it is a very strong and very clear public-private partnerships. Also, on other hand, the private sector can support the governmental university by use a corporate social responsibility. For each
Yeah.
big entity, this was called corporate social responsibility, and now we are building bridges with many industrial companies and industrial firms to support training for students, to support infrastructure in laboratories, to support technically, to host some experiment inside the labs of the factory.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are trying to build this dialogue between public and private institutions.
And I guess all of this would help when it comes to human capital development
Yeah.
and youth empowerment as well. Taking care of the young entrepreneurs and helping
Yes.
them when it comes to the incubators side of the equation.
The private sector actually looking for the talents, for the qualified, but this is another path for rather than the entrepreneurship. This is a path called employability, to hire a good graduate. Okay, and there is a supporting also structure for this path called Career Development Center. We are working with the students to qualify them for the labor market. How to write your CV, what the interviewing skills, how career counseling. All these training are provided inside the universities via the career development centers.
And I guess the incubators work or concentrate the work on
business,
fields,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
on fields that are they out there in the job market. I mean, they concentrate on sectors that would allow for job creation, jobs.
Okay, we are creating jobs for entrepreneurs. Okay, so we are looking for students researchers who are seeking to build their own business. So we have two tracks. If you want to start your own business, you will go to the incubator. If you want to be a corporate employee, so it is employability track via career development centers, and both tracks you will find the support from the people there.
Dr. Abdel, as we close out, what can you tell us about how you see the future of innovation and the dependence of a knowledge-based economy here in Egypt? The future, the obstacles, the opportunities.
Okay, actually in Egypt we have a huge opportunity. Youth represent about 60% of the nation. There is a huge support from the government, the universities. So I'm very optimistic regarding the future of the Egypt-based, knowledge-based economy. What we need is just to work to spread the positive energy and to try to deal with the challenge realistically, in a real way. And I think I hope to be in the right track.
All right, Dr. Ehab Abdel Raouf, the director of the Technology-Based Incubators Office at Helwan University. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, dear viewers, for watching us. Please stay with Nile TV.